The morning twilight brings a cold, crisp calm to the air. As the sun begins to creep over the horizon, it blinds your already squinting eyes, leaving the landscape of grayscale shapes blurring into each other. Bouncing down the road in convoy, that familiar smell of diesel fuel and dust bring a calming effect. The occasional static sniffing and coughing come through the headset between instructions and reports. The sounds and the wobbling of the wormy vehicles working their way over the terrain could rock you to sleep. The vigilance and the calm is a recipe for anxiety. Hair stands up. First on the back of your neck, then the goosebumps. Boom! Lights, sound, concussion, blur into a primordial vibration. The world barks to a halt and accelerates to light speed as your ability to listen reemerges. Your blurred vision and the dust begin to settle. Your body aches from being slammed into the vehicle. Bullets and shrapnel eating at your protection. The yelling in the headset. Things just got real. This is what you signed up for, and yet you prayed it would never actually go down like this. You react aggressively based on the ways of those who came before you, who survived to tell the tale. So much life lived on the cusp of death. So what comes next? Now, I could be talking about anyone whose performance has suffered from trauma, but today is Veterans Day, and we're going to talk to you about wounded veterans. Largely, you were male with type A personalities. You served in combat arms and special operations career fields such as infantry, armor, cavalry, forward observers of all types, combat engineers, medics, corpsmen, Army Green Berets and Rangers, Navy SEALs and SWCS, Marine Corps Recon and Raiders Air Force combat controllers and pararescuemen. Your job was to close with and destroy the enemy. Professional warriors who defined yourselves by your ability to perform, and when in a bad way, you were trained to take a knee and drink water. And if that lasted longer than 48 hours, they gave you a bottle of Motrin for your trouble. To show pain or degradation in performance was looked down upon, and you did not want to be thought of as weak-bodied, weak-minded, and particularly weak-willed. Now, you might suffer from joint dysfunction, missing limb, traumatic brain injury. You might have lost sight, hearing, physical prowess, friends, and even sanity. Comparative performance seems to fill the gap. Running, marching, cycling, functional fitness competitions, wheelchair racing, mud runs, etc., all just to keep the demons at bay. It sounds great. What could possibly go wrong? Well, as it turns out, plenty. Now, I'm a combat arms and special operations veteran myself. I came down hard in 2 parachute incidents, one satisfying, one free fall, and they called me to move a little bit. I also took a tumble down a mountain on snowshoes and tore off all the ligaments in my right shoulder. I also happened to be a strength and conditioning coach, and I had to go back and physically remaster myself. I have been blessed and honored to work with veterans for over a decade now, wounded ones. And I've also got the chance to work with veterans who just straight wore things out over time from the never quit mentality. What I see over and over is that the veteran finds that after 1.5 to 3 years, the body starts fighting back. All that dedicated intensity backfired, as the very thing they were doing to stay positive has turned into a negative. Question: without a quality and responsive health system and expert coaching, how do you hold yourselves together? You see, Professional athletes have a team of other professionals assigned to their injury, and still performance can be dramatically affected. What about you? Did you have an ortho on call? A physical therapist? An athletic trainer? A sport coach? A strength conditioning coach? Let's look at this from another angle. The vehicles you see on the road are engineered for horsepower handling and braking. Now, remove a wheel, side-swipe a concrete column, bend, twist, or cut the steel frame, or severely compress the suspension. Now, at lots of hard miles, accelerating, turning, stopping, ignoring the regularly scheduled maintenance, what would happen over time? You see, what you are, actually, is a brain, stem, and nervous system with consciousness preciously sat in it. Your body is your vehicle. Who's going to fix it and keep it fixed? The military? You transfer out. The VA? Not likely. For the civilians in the audience, you've seen the news. It can take these vets months to get appointments, and that leads to pain management. Read that, opioids. And that leads to addiction and recovery issues. How many vets have lost their jobs, their marriages, or their families? How many veterans have become homeless or taken their own lives from the pain, addiction, and depression rampant in the veteran community? Let me change direction. From a physical aspect, this is about the tissues not healing properly, and that's if they ever could have to begin with. Generally speaking, muscles and fascia 2 to 6 weeks, ligaments and tendons 4 to 8 weeks, and that's if they're intact. Bones 6 to 10 weeks out to 6 months. Brain and nervous system, who knows if ever. And if you have to get cut on or drilled into, now you're looking at a year beyond for that tissue to be the best it will ever be, and it will still only be a percentage of what it was in its prime. Those struck by large caliber bullets or shrapnel, they'll be lucky to even find all the pieces still there to be put back together. And then the healing kicks in, and it isn't free either. The inflammation and scarring shorten and stiffen the soft tissues. Injuries often heal with improper alignment, causing ongoing pain and poor movement. And that leads to more pain and more poor movement. Now, can you see the problem? Every physically traumatic event, accident, athletic training, combat will affect the tissues. The areas up and downstream are going to become affected. The body's going to want to twist and contort just to maintain any semblance of function. And then over time and repetition, over and over and over. Well, let's just say things are going to get beat up along the way. You see, you live the warrior persona. You never quit. Pain was just weakness leaving the body. So you push through the pain. No pain, no gain. Pain, gain, pain, pain, pain. So what comes next? That is a great question. Now here's the tricky part when it comes to us veterans. You're going to have to go back, calm your ego, get inside yourself and remaster yourself from the inside out. You have to be patient. You have to go from practice, not intensity, quality, not quantity. You have to think, I'm going back and learning to play the piano again. I'm going back and learning to shoot again. I'm going back and learning to move again from the beginning. But you must start slow. The phrase, slow is smooth, smooth is fast, got beat into your psyche for a reason, and now you need to live it. The more basic, the more deliberate, the more thorough you are in the beginning months, the better the long term will play out. Just as a baby who learned to crawl for months longer develops more completely than a baby who learned to walk too soon. For long-term results, the short-term cannot be rushed. Take your time and allow your practice to work. You want to tap into those issues, not bang into them. And then patiently work through those issues before you create more horsepower. If you give in to your impatience, you will be set back. 6 to 8 weeks every time, all because you decided to let your ego let you go too hard, too soon. Incrementally add resistance and difficulty and stand by those new settings for several sessions. Observe the short to midterm effects. You might find that you do well the first few sessions, and then by the 4th or 5th, your joints don't like a particular exercise, or you're just developing a twist or bend in the frame from just a bit too much load of time. If that doesn't work the way it's supposed to, take a step back. Maybe you need to modify the movement of the gear. Maybe you need to change the movement altogether. Maybe you need to take some time and focus on rehab or prehab before you get going again. But I'm going to tell you the dirty little secret. You're not going to want to hear it. The dirty little secret is the answer is never try harder. You see, as veterans, you are already wired to try harder, to grind it out when met with opposition, and it is a horrible option. And that leads me to my final point. You see, oftentimes the logical part of you is often guided, if not completely undermined, by the egoic part of you. And no matter what is put in front of you, you look at it as some kind of obstacle you need to get over, that you need to destroy. Hear me. Your body is not an obstacle. Hear me. Treat your body as an ally and not the enemy. Anticipate a minimum of 18 months of deliberate practice before you focus on the intensity of comparative performance. If not, the short to midterm effects of the healing, the scarring, inflammation, twisting, and tightening will bulldoze your long-term goals. Instead, face healing with a long-game mindset and visualize 3 years out on the horizon for your tissues to remold, your neurological pathways to be remastered, and your mindset to transform. Use your discipline to focus and be patient. Use your high standards to demand perfection and mastery of yourself. And more than anything, on this day, Veterans Day, I want you to know this. You've earned what comes next and all the blessings that came with it. Thank you for your service, and thank you for your time.